and welcome to Fabulous Networking's YouTube channel. I'm Glenda Shawley, and today I wanted to talk to you about what is networking and why do it. Networking is about connections. Connections help us in life. There's an old saying, it's not what you know, but who you know that counts. And networking introduces you to more people, and those people can help you get on with whatever it is you want to get on with. Chatting with other parents at the school gate is a form of networking. A conversation with a local shopkeeper can also give you information you didn't already know, or perhaps introduce you to ideas and things you didn't know about. Conversations with other dog owners while you walk the dog is another form of networking. Have you ever asked for a neighbourhood group to recommend a tradesman? Yeah, maybe the tap's leaking and you need a plumber. Asking the local groups is another form of networking. Networking in business has been around a long time, but it's exploded in more recent years. Some people network to find new customers. Some do it to meet people who can help them further their careers. Some to keep their skills up to date, and some for the support of their peers, and probably a whole raft of other reasons too. Networking with other small business owners can help overcome the loneliness of the solopreneur. Networking communities and events are very varied. If you're new to networking, I suggest trying out a variety of events to see what best meets your needs. Think, do you enjoy big parties, or are small dinner parties more to your taste? Choosing a networking event is a bit like this. Events vary in size from the dozens of people in a large room mingling over a drink and nibbles, and try juggling the business cards with those as well and shaking hands. Yeah. To much smaller events with a few people sitting around a table having more in-depth conversations and building relationships, often over a period of time. What do you want from your networking? What kind of community or event will offer you that? Some organisations place a lot of emphasis on referrals. You'll be expected to introduce your fellow members to business opportunities, and if you don't bring in enough introductions, your membership might be terminated. This works really well for trades where, for example, a builder wins a job and needs a plumber, a plasterer, or an electrician. A marketing consultant may have regular work for a copywriter, a graphic designer, or a web developer. What kind of business do you regularly refer to others? If you can't think of one, a referral network might not be right for you. A professional network may offer learning and continuing professional development opportunities, access to mentors, and peer support from other people who really understand what it's like to do what you do. Chambers of Commerce bring local businesses together and often have a campaigning side to their work, so that they come together to move local issues forward, maybe to liaise with the local council, to lobby for improved parking, for instance, all sorts of different things. Then there are many business support and growth groups, usually working with micro business owners, freelancers, etc. Some of these are women-only groups. All of these groups talk about support for their members, but what does that support really look like? And is it what you need? And can you contribute to it? The only way you'll really know is to visit the group and talk to their members. So when you go, look at who belongs. What kind of people are they? What kind of businesses do they run? What kind of connections do they have? And then have a look at what the commitment is if you're going to become a member. Look at that in terms of time. How much time will you need to spend at events, in meetings? What time of day is it? Can you commit to that? Does it get in the way of getting the kids to school or picking them up? Or is it an interruption in the middle of your day when you really need to have your head down? There's networking at pretty well any time of the day, so you will find something almost certainly that meets your needs. What's the length of the events that you have to go to, and does that fit with your diary? How much money are you going to have to contribute? Many networking organisations have memberships, and those can vary from a small monthly commitment to massive, depending on what is on offer. And sometimes what's on offer is food and catering and the like. It's not necessarily learning. So do you want to pay for that? If you do, you might well find that when the fees are high, the people it brings in are people who are willing to spend quite a lot of money. And if you need those kind of people for your business, it's well worth trying them out. What are you committing to in terms of introductions and other things that you will contribute to the community that you're wanting to join? And then what are the opportunities for you? How many meetings can you go to? In many cases, people belong to one group and that's the only one they can go to. A number of networking organizations have lockout clauses. So if you're an accountant, you will be the only accountant allowed to be in that group. Or it may be that you're the only accountant doing a particular kind of accounts. You may have a tax specialist, you may have somebody who's doing management accounts, but you will not be allowed to promote the other aspects of your business if there's somebody else holding that seat. So can you go to as many meetings as you want to? And can you commit to the day of the week, the time of the day, if you can only go to that one event? Will you get speaking opportunities which will allow you to showcase your knowledge, for example, and perhaps to show people what you're really about? Will you be able to make promotions, etc., through the group, or are there limits for that? So what are the rules for the groups you're considering joining? Don't be afraid to ask questions. Know what you want to get from your networking, and then dig deep to see if that is on offer. Talk to the leadership and the management, but also talk to the members. Are they getting what they were promised? Are they getting what you want from the group? Because you're going to be making a commitment both in time and money, and you want to make sure you're in the right place. And I would love to invite you to Fabulous Networking, where we're very much about support, inspiration, and learning. Our members tell me that we're a safe space where they can be themselves, where they can ask their questions, and the support they get is non-judgmental and really helpful. We're not a selling network. Most of our members do win business, but that happens over time, and it's not the core reason people belong. You're very welcome to pay us up to 3 visits. We have online and in-person meetings, and we would love to meet you. Take a look at our website for more details.